Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Anthony Davis to miss at least 1 week after abdominal injury against 76ers. Philadelphia, the Lakers will be without star Anthony Davis for the remainder of the Grammy trip after he suffered an abdominal muscle strain, the team announced Wednesday morning. Davis suffered the injury in the first quarter of the Lakers' loss to Philadelphia on Tuesday, leaving the game after just 10 minutes. It was unclear when the injury occurred, Davis leaving the game and heading to the locker room while grabbing his midsection. After originally being considered questionable to return, he was ruled out at halftime. What a De'Aaron Fox trade could look like for the Lakers. The Sacramento Kings are open to hearing offers for star point guard De'Aaron Fox ahead of the February 6 NBA trade deadline, according to multiple reports. It's unclear which team is Fox's target destination, although Sam Amick of The Athletic noted that the San Antonio Spurs, and the prospect of pairing Fox with the future face of the league in Victor Wembanyama, have long been seen as the likely destination of choice in league circles. However, this doesn't appear to be a one-team trade demand. Amick added that Fox's agent, Rich Paul of Clutch Sports, is expected to field all calls from interested teams and remain open about where Fox might land. Both Amick and Charania reported that the Lakers are not Fox's preferred destination. Since he's set to become an unrestricted free agent in 2026, he could dissuade some suitors from trading for him by hinting that he'd only be a 1.5-year rental. What if the Lakers were willing to gamble on that, though? After all, they might not have another opportunity like this in the remainder of the LeBron James era. Fox is earning only $34.8 million this season and $37.1 million next year, which puts him closer to the Brandon Ingram salary range, $36.0 million, than Jimmy Butler, $48.8 million, or Zach LaVine, $43.0 million. That makes him a far more realistic trade target for the Lakers, who were somewhat hamstrung in the wake of the D'Angelo Russell/Dorian Finney-Smith trade from December. The Lakers effectively broke up Russell's $18.7 million contract into Finney-Smith, $14.9 million, and Shake Milton, $2.9 million, except they aren't allowed to aggregate either one with another contract ahead of the trade deadline. They still have a few 8-figure salaries to dangle, including Rui Hachimura, $17.0 million, Gabe Vincent, $11.0 million, and Jared Vanderbilt, $10.7 million, but not having Russell makes it far more complicated for the Lakers to trade for someone earning $40 million or more. Since the Lakers are over the first apron, they aren't allowed to take back more salary via a standard trade exception than they send out. Combining all three of Hachimura, Vincent and Vanderbilt would only get them up to $38.7 million, so they'd still be more than $4 million shy of what they'd need to acquire LaVine. It's far easier for them to get up to Fox's $34.8 million figure. The Kings are $3.2 million below the luxury tax, so they're able to take back more salary in a trade than they send out. But if they're trading Fox, they presumably wouldn't want to cross into tax territory, so the Lakers might need to loop in a third team to help make the money work for all sides. The Detroit Pistons, who are sitting on $14 million in cap space, loom large in that regard. The bigger question is what the Kings would want from the Lakers in return for Fox. They'd likely start off by requesting Austin Reeves and Dalton Knecht, along with both of the future first-round picks that the Lakers are allowed to trade, 2029 and 2031. They might also angle for some distant first-round pick swaps since the Lakers can trade swap rights in 2026, 2028 and 2030. From there, it'd just be a matter of haggling. But realistically, Sacramento might not even consider any offer that didn't include both Reeves and the 2029 and 2031 first-round picks, along with Hachimura and one of Vincent or Vanderbilt for salary matching purposes. If that's a non-starter for the Lakers, talks might end right then and there. Reeves is in the midst of a career year, so it's fair to wonder whether the upgrade from him to Fox would justify the cost of also giving up Hachimura and at least 2 fully unprotected first-round picks, if not pick swaps on top of that. Reeves is a much more consistent three-point shooter than Fox, and he's developed into a potent secondary playmaker/ball handler alongside LeBron. However, Reeves is nowhere near as athletic or explosive as Fox, who's averaging at least 25 points per game for the third straight season. Swapping Hachimura and Reeves for Fox would make the Lakers more top-heavy than they already are, but Fox could also be a bridge to the post-LeBron era. Finding a co-star to pair with Anthony Davis after LeBron retires could justify the cost of giving up those distant picks, although that would carry major downside risk. Luckily, the Lakers' long-standing relationship with Paul might help them glean whether it's even worth pursuing Fox. If he has no interest in re-signing with them beyond 2026, the Lakers presumably wouldn't give up both first-rounders for a possible short-term rental. He might help their title equity for the next 2 years, but they'd have one of the bleakest futures in the league, outside of Phoenix, of course. But if Fox would entertain re-signing with the Lakers, this framework would A. keep the Kings out of the luxury tax, and B. get Davis the center that he's been clamoring for. 2 birds, 1 stone. Anthony Davis has abdominal strain, out at least 1 week. Lakers star Anthony Davis, who exited Tuesday's loss to Philadelphia in the first quarter due to an abdominal muscle strain, underwent an MRI on Wednesday that confirmed that diagnosis, the team announced via Twitter. According to the Lakers, Davis is heading back to Los Angeles and will be re-evaluated in about 1 week. That means he'll miss at least the 3 remaining games in the club's Grammy road trip, Thursday in Washington, Saturday in New York, and next Tuesday at Intuit Dome versus the Clippers. The Lakers' next home game is on Thursday, February 6, the day of the trade deadline, against Golden State. While it doesn't necessarily sound like Davis's ailment is significant, the timing isn't great, given that the big man had been playing some of his best basketball of the season in the games leading up to the injury. Davis racked up 42 points and 23 rebounds in a win over Charlotte on Monday after having put up 36 points and 13 rebounds in a victory over Golden State on Saturday. During his most recent 4 games entering Tuesday, he had averaged 32.8 ppg, 15.0 rpg, and 2.5 bpg, with the Lakers outscoring opponents by 60 points during his 136 minutes on the court. The Lakers, who were up by 3 points when Davis exited on Tuesday, ended up losing to the Sixers by 14. "When our best player goes out, it's always challenging," LeBron James said, per Dave McMenamin of ESPN. "If he's out from the beginning, then we have a game plan set. We know what to expect, we know what our lineup is going to be. But when AD or any one of our guys go down throughout the course of a game, it's just tough." Dorian Finney-Smith started the second half versus the 76ers in place of Davis, as the Lakers utilized a small lineup that featured 3 forwards, Finney-Smith, James, and Rui Hachimura, and no true center. Head coach J.J. Redick may return to that look in the next few games, though reserve centers Jackson Hayes and Christian Koloko also figure to play increased roles. The injury news wasn't all bad for the Lakers on Tuesday, as Hachimura returned following a 2-game absence due to left calf soreness. Gabe Vincent, left knee soreness, sat out a second straight contest, but is considered likely to return during the road trip, as Kobe Price of the Orange County Register relays. SI.AM, Bronny James struggles in first meaningful Lakers playing time. Good morning, I'm Dan Gartland. I don't think it was outlandish for Hal Steinbrenner to say he thinks the Yankees are better than they were last year, even without Juan Soto. This isn't the G League. Los Angeles Lakers rookie Bronny James received the first significant playing time of his NBA career on Tuesday, and it didn't go well. James, the number 55 pick in the most recent NBA draft, has shuttled between the Lakers and their G League affiliate this season, seeing only minimal and infrequent playing time with the big club. Tuesday night's game on the road against the Philadelphia 76ers was James's 13th NBA appearance. The previous 12 had been entirely unremarkable. Aside from a brief, largely ceremonial second-quarter cameo in the season opener in which he and LeBron James became the first father-son duo in NBA history to share the court, every one of Bronny's NBA appearances had come in the fourth quarter of a blowout. He scored 4 total points, 0.3 per game, and never played more than 5 minutes. Then came Tuesday. The Lakers recalled James from the G League on Monday, and coach J.J. Redick inserted him into his rotation for the game against the Sixers. it didn't go well. James played a little more than 15 minutes and did not score a point, going 0-for-5 from the floor, 0-for-3 from 3. He had 1 assist, turned the ball over 3 times and was repeatedly cooked on the defensive end by Sixers star Tyrese Maxey, who went off for 43 points, 2 shy of a season high, as the Sixers won 118-104 to snap the Lakers' 4-game winning streak. It was a rough night overall for the Lakers, who lost Anthony Davis in the first quarter to what the team is calling an abdominal strain. Gabe Vincent, the team's backup point guard, missed his second straight game with a left knee injury, necessitating Bronny's addition to the rotation. Redick decided to give Vincent's minutes to James, rather than veteran Shake Milton, who saw his most extensive playing time with the Lakers the previous night against the Charlotte Hornets. But Redick conceded that it probably wasn't the right call to feature James so heavily. "Maybe I put him in a tough spot," Redick told reporters. "Flying up yesterday, nationally televised game in Philly, and all that stuff. He didn't play well, but he's been playing great in the stay-ready games, and he's been playing great in the G League." James has been playing well for the Lakers' G League affiliate. He had 31 points on 10 of 22 shooting in a game on Friday, but the Sixers are a big step up from the Rip City remix, and that gap was evident in how Bronny struggled on Tuesday. Still, LeBron saw some promise in Bronny's first big NBA opportunity. He was able to get behind the defense on one and find Jackson Hayes for a dunk. "That was good," the elder James said. "Obviously missed his shots. It's just about him just getting more and more comfortable. It's his first extensive minutes with us. We had that first game where it was just a moment, and it was a great moment. But tonight was his first opportunity to be with the big guys, the big club. He's going to continue to use that to get better and better, just like the first time he played with the G League." You might be able to chalk up some of Bronny's struggles on Tuesday to nerves and inexperience, things like a pair of missed open three-pointers, having his shot blocked after driving into a crowd of defenders and forcing ill-advised passes after leaving his feet. Those are the kinds of mistakes that 20-year-old second-round picks make. He's also just 13 months removed from his return to competitive basketball after his July 2023 cardiac arrest. But because his name is LeBron James Jr., he faces way more scrutiny than any other player ever taken with one of the last 5 picks of the draft. His name also comes with benefits, though. He has the greatest player in NBA history as a father to lean on for advice and a high-powered agent, Rich Paul, who can lobby the Lakers to put Bronny on the development plan best suited for his needs. Lakers LeBron James reacts to Bronny's first extensive minutes of career. When Bronny James played 15 minutes for the Los Angeles Lakers on Tuesday, that was his first taste of extensive minutes, and his dad, LeBron James, saw it unfold. While Bronny made a defiant admission about his performance, his father's was more of the same. Despite scoring no points in 15 minutes, LeBron remains optimistic about what his son will take away from the game. "Obviously, it's his first extensive minutes with us," LeBron said via ESPN. "We had that first game where it was just a moment, and that was a great moment. But tonight was his first opportunity to be with the big guys, be with the big club, and he's going to continue to use that and get better and better." The 19-year-old has spent the majority of his time in the G League this season. So far, he's been quite the star for the South Bay Lakers. He's been averaging roughly 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. His scoring has picked up, and has shown flashes of what he can do. For instance, he dropped a career-high 31 points. After LeBron and Bronny made NBA history by being the first father-son duo to play together in a game, Bronny needs more development. However, Tuesday's game was a good test of where he's at. Lakers LeBron James isn't worried about Bronny James. The goose egg on Bronny's stat line doesn't make matters easier to digest. However, he was matched up against Tyrese Maxey and had little time to prepare. As a result, Maxey dropped 43 points and exploited the rookie on defense. That doesn't mean Bronny is a bad player. It just means that he's not at that level just yet. Still, LeBron has all the confidence in his son. But do the Lakers? General manager Rob Pelinka made it clear as to why they drafted Bronny. However, with the Lakers being a win-now team, it's uncertain if Bronny can make an immediate impact on either side of the ball. Either way, they have confidence in him. Also, being coached by JJ Redick is a plus. He doesn't hold anything back and shown he's a quality basketball mind. With fellow rookie Dalton Connect, the second-round pick can sneak his way into the rotation by simply being a hustle guy. At the end of the day, ripping the Band-Aid off was likely the best thing for Bronny and his father. It gave him a taste of what elite NBA play is like. He'll use this as a stepping stone on how to improve. Still, the Lakers would aspire to see a rapid improvement sooner rather than later. Lakers land De'Aaron Fox in blockbuster trade pitch. ESPN's Shams Charania dropped a bombshell report on January 28, noting that the Kings were listening to trade offers for All-Star guard De'Aaron Fox. Almost immediately, fans and analysts alike floated the dream scenario of Fox teaming up with LeBron James and Anthony Davis in a Lakers uniform. Bleacher Report's Andy Bailey proposed a hypothetical Lakers trade that would see Fox heading to Los Angeles in exchange for a large haul of players and draft assets. Kings would receive Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, 2029 and 2031 unprotected first-round picks. ESPN proposed a similar fake trade but with Jared Vanderbilt being used in a move instead of Vincent. The insiders also made a sound case for Fox being the perfect foil to play next to James and Davis in JJ Redick's system. Underscore 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 underscore. New Lakers Big Three? Fox's 16.4 drives per game rank fourth in the NBA, per second Spectrum tracking on NBA Advanced Stats, wrote the insiders. No Laker is averaging more than Austin Reeves' 10.6, which ranks 46th, adding that dimension would give the Lakers a realistic chance at a top 4 seed in the West and the kind of playoff run they had when they reached the 2023 Western Conference Finals. Besides his ability to drive to the rim, Fox would also bring the Lakers much-needed clutch scoring and perimeter defense. ESPN argued that he'd also be the ideal co-star for Davis when James, 40, walks away into the sunset in a few years. At 27, Fox is younger than the stars usually linked to the Lakers and would be an anchor for a post-James era alongside Davis. The question is whether the Lakers could make an attractive enough offer to Sacramento, even if they include unprotected first-round picks in both 2029 and 2031. Fox not keen on Lakers move? According to ESPN's Shams Charania, the Lakers don't feature in Fox's list of preferred destinations ahead of the February 6 trade deadline. One thing I can say, with Rich Paul, we know he's got LeBron James and Anthony Davis on the Lakers. I'm told the Lakers are not part of that destination of choice for De'Aaron Fox potentially, Charania reported on NBA Today on January 28. The Athletic's Sam Amick also reported that Fox's preferred new team. According to the league source, Paul is expected to field all calls from interested teams and remain open about where Fox might land. Despite Paul's longtime relationship with Los Angeles Lakers stars LeBron James and Anthony Davis, league sources say that's not the destination of choice, Amick wrote. Amick's report mentioned the Heat, Rockets, Magic and Clippers among interested suitors for Fox. However, Charania reported subsequently that the Spurs are atop of Fox's preferred destinations in a trade. I'm told the San Antonio Spurs are atop of that list of preferred destinations, Charania said on ESPN SportsCenter on January 28. Why that matters is because this is a complicated situation. De'Aaron Fox becomes an unrestricted free agent in 2026. So, wherever he lands, that team wants to know whether he'll stay long-term, and whether they'll have a chance to keep him. Fox is in the fourth year of a 5-year, $163 million max contract with the Kings. He turned down contract extension with the franchise ahead of the 2024-25 season, bringing into question his long-term future in Sacramento. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of De'Aaron Fox? Leave your opinion in the comments.